Hey guys, Cam here again. Just got the next map in my series that I've been making from the LAN games at the KDC LAN. Let me just make sure the settings is correct. Yep. So for those who've been following along, we're 1-1. I lost Ruins, I won Awoken. Now we're on to Vale of Pnath, which it's a favourite map of mine. Usually the map I pick in tournament, but it's also a favourite of Dan's. He feels very comfortable on it as well. The matchup is BJ versus Eisen. People will tell you that matchup is equal or even in favour of Eisen. Same with Galena. They'll say that Galena is equal or better than BJ. Anyone who tells you either of those champions are better than BJ on this map, they don't know what they're talking about. In my opinion, he could almost be the best champion on this map. Maybe Ranger or Strog. Clutch is a bit of a weird one as well. But honestly, against any champion, I'll feel comfortable as BJ on this map, always. So the reason he's so good is because he gets at 25 health. The dual wield gets you kills when you're 100-100. And this is a map, and we'll see that in this map. This is a map where a lot of the time to frag someone, you need to be able to not to frag someone, to be in a good position in the map, you need to just kill them. Because the problem is when you don't kill them, there's always armors up on this map, so they get to 100-100 or whatever, especially with the way BJ's health regen works. And a lot of the times you're fragging around the rocket launcher anyway, you know what I mean? So then you grab one health bubble and then the green armor that's nearby, or even just both health bubbles if you've got a little bit of armor left over, and you can't be railed off spawn. So that's where he's very valuable on this map. But the other reason he's valuable is fights around this area here too, because with LG, you can be 100-100 and they're full stack. You can pretty much just kill them anyway, because it's just the pushback, the damage that you can get is just incredible. So yeah, I'm a big believer that he's, if not the strongest, then he's certainly one of the very strongest on this map. Eisen's obviously not bad, but he doesn't offer that much out of control. And if you know how to play around the turret a bit, don't take any risks going through the teleport and set up there or whatever. Sometimes he can be caught lacking with a little bit of utility. Obviously, his armor regen works similarly to BJ's now. In some ways, it's almost better because it's armor as well. And there's a little trick you can do when you get a kill. When you're rooting around trying to spawn frag, hit a spawn rail, you can grab one of the armor shards before you go for your spawn rail, and then grab the other one on the way back. And you get up to 50 armor instead of just 20 off the two shards, because obviously once you get to 25 or above 15 with the armor regen, if you get to 16 armor and then pick up another shard, you get to 50 once it's all said and done, because then you're 26 goes all the way up to 50. Obviously that's not a trick you can exploit as BJ, because there's no such thing as health bubbles in this game. It's only 25 or less, or more mega. Yeah. I wanted to try that move on the stream at one stage just to show everyone how clever I am, but I never eventuated because I never really played Eisen except for I played it in the grand final, but I was never in a position where I probably could have done that. Not off the top of my head anyway. But yeah, we'll get into the game. I think this is probably, not to spoil the result, but this is probably the best map I played. Not the most aesthetically pleasing map that I played, which is probably the next map in the tournament. But this is probably the best map I played, in the sense that I was out of the map for long periods of time. And yet I still stayed in there and hung in there and didn't die, basically. So yeah, again, I didn't want to spoil the result, but that's something I want to focus on this duel. I'm not sure what I'll title the lesson. I usually make the video and then work out at the end what I was going to title the lesson. As I go halfway through the duel or most of the way through the duel, you work out what the theme of the match was. But yeah, we'll get into it. So I'm BJ, he's Eisen, and it's 1-1 in the upper bracket final. So off this spawn, I always go this way to grab rail. Always grab heavy machine gun when you do it. I see a lot of guys, what they do is they just drop down to rail. It's bad. It takes you a couple seconds later to get this, but you need something to help you fight for rocket launcher, because you can't just go to LG, they're going to be there. You can't just go to rocket launcher, they're going to be there. So I like to grab this, open the door so you can hear and see what's going on. And once I heard him go through the teleporter, I'm going straight up here for this LG to try and catch him at the mega, because I know that means he hasn't got mega yet. It's very unlikely he's already got mega. He's dropping back down to here and then going back through the teleporter again. That doesn't make much sense. I'm going straight back here to use the ability and get through the teleporter, put pressure on him with my two LGs early on in the game. See what you're up to, see how good you are. Let's see what's going on. Now, one thing you do have to be worried about is if he's already got rocket launcher and he's heading back towards to drop down to cut you off. But the fact is, even if that is the case, if we get onto the LG, we'll probably still kill him anyway, because we know he hasn't got mega yet. We can almost just about kill him with heavy machine gun. So I'm not saying you can't die going this way, But it can happen. But yeah, I'm going to test. I want to test just see how good you are. And the other thing is take into account, this is not something you should discount, generally speaking, when you play series against guys or consecutive maps against guys. Last time we played this map, had the same start. What I did was I went back up the jump pad towards the well, maybe that was in the grand final actually. No, it can't have been. No, it wasn't. Yeah, go back up towards the rocket launcher and try and fight him from there. So this isn't what happened on this map, and then yeah, you go from there. Oh, no worries. See what happens. I killed that. Now we know we can get onto the rocket launcher. Just be careful. See how I hold off and then move backwards? I know that's what he's up to. Don't just jump into that, because when you do get destroyed, you can't complain about anything. So just take your time. We got time here. Again, spam that. And it's the kind of shots you can hit when you're on land if you're sharp. When the server's feeling crispy as well, you can just hit these little pixel shots, and it just looks good. You know what I mean? And then hit this one. I spammed it coming around the corner, so which is why I ran out of ammo, because I nearly actually died in the end. I almost probably should have died in the end. So watch that again. But that's where you don't spam that, because you know he's very weak. Just use your 18 cells or 18 cells I've got left to finish him off. Don't spam it when you come around the corner. You don't need to, because you know you've got a really good stack and he's quite weak. Other than that, you could just outright use heavy machine gun from the get go, as well, which isn't something a lot of people think of in that situation. The fact is he's quite weak, so you can just use that anyway. So I'll go back actually a little bit further when he dropped down, because see how I approach this fight with trepidation. You know, I know he's up to something, so I just go grab him. And that's where he needs to be a bit cleverer with where he's spamming sometimes and shoot it deep. Like instead of shooting to the rocket launcher, just shoot it all the way back here and say, yeah, you're up to something, Cam, but I'm up to something too. But he didn't. He's just not panicked, but it's just yeah, he's just shooting at the same spot over and over again. It's not going to work against good players, which is why it didn't work here. And he's lost a big stack, achieving not much. Okay, he could have caught someone worse out when they just jumped in, but I'm not naive. I know that's what he's up to. So yeah, just take that into account when you are shooting your rockets and when you are approaching rockets yourself. Yeah. So in the end, I probably got a bit lucky not to die. He must have caked right at the end of that fight. Yeah, he must have missed everything. I could have died, which is bizarre. Generally speaking, it's hardly ever got railed before you get this red armor, because of the size of the items and the speed you can come through on QC. But it's not impossible for him to rail. Just be careful when you go for this red. Alright, nice shot. What we want to do in these sort of situations, instead of just using rail, maybe, is just move to the right so he can't rail you. Can't get any damage before mega spawns. And then once mega spawns, you hear it spawn or you see it spawn, then move out to get it. Because if we get railed now and we haven't got to mega, he can still kill us if we miss. Obviously, if we both hit and he hasn't picked up this green yet, he dies and I'm fine. But just something to take in mind. You don't want to take damage here, because if you miss and he hits, and you can't just jump out to mega anymore, and then you can die. Whereas if you just move to the right, don't go for any damage right now, wait for mega to spawn, which it has already spawned, but if you still got a couple of seconds, then just wait either way, and then move out once it spawns, or even just before it spawns, and then even if he does rail you on the way, you can get mega, and then you're not railable even after that, so he's dead. So now we're fine. Can switch to shotgun there, but be interesting to see what he did with his rockets, because it looked like he might have had a time and just hold the trigger down and try and get it out, and then get a mutual frag, but not what happened. Nice shot. What I should do here is, I remember I don't. Just wait till you get back to 50 health here. He's under pressure here. You're not under pressure. If you get back to 50 health, then you got all the time in the world to rail him. But when you're only on 32, and then you peek back and haven't got your health back, and now he's spamming you. Look, I nearly died. I would say it'd be very unlikely for me to die there, but I almost died, and I didn't. I had to shoot him under extreme pressure, which made me miss. Whereas if you just waited a split second, he'll probably stand there spamming like he did anyway. And then you can push in, even get to the health bubbles probably, and then he certainly can't kill you. That's if he's not pushing in himself. You switch LG and kill him. So just don't pick that late as BJ, that early as BJ. You just wait a split second and it's better. Okay, he's got Eisen regen, so that is to be taken into account. Yeah, that's be interesting actually. If he got Eisen regen, would he? I mean, I dealt damage second. I got hurt. Let's go have a look. Just for my own interest rather than you guys, but. Yeah, I got hurt before he did. Or did I? It's all about when I stopped getting hurt, isn't it? I'm not sure. What I'm trying to get at. What I'm trying to get at is maybe I would have regen to 50 before he regen above a ralliable state. So he's on, what, 70, probably 5 health, is it? Or whatever. He lost 30 health from 125. So that's 95, but he probably lost 5 health. So he's 85 health, probably. So it only takes him a little bit of arm. So maybe he wouldn't have been ralliable anyway. So in this sort of situation, considering the champions, maybe it's not too bad to peak quickly. Yeah, I'm either way, I missed. So sorry for that little tangent. It's just how my brain works. If I think of something, I can't just let it go. I need to solve it there and then, or at least put it in the back of my mind, so I'll solve it later. But you guys, I think in the channel, you like these little kind of tips anyway. So yeah, there's the answer, or at least close to the answer. Just be careful he wasn't coming to a teleporter here. I don't think he was going to, but you just got to be aware of it. Open the door here with the LG. I remember thinking to myself, I don't think it's really possible for him to have got rockets got all the way back up here without me hearing something. But I was just like somewhat aware. If he's there, then fuck, too good. I'm going to push out anyway. Make sure you grab the LG ammo hit while you're here too. It's important. Once you hit the teleporter, you know you can jump for the red armor. But just approach it with trepidation, because if he is there around red armor, what you could try and do is drop down, get through the teleporter, and try and get onto the green armor and the mega, which are not that long away either. So as played now, we're going to try and get damage on the red armor, on the mega. Sorry. I'll spam by him to hold me off. With his drone there, I can't really go through, but I'll try and go through once he's jumping for it. He has no rail, so we're just trying to make it hard for him. Nice shot. Of course, that sort of helped me. I reckon these days it might actually be better instead of pushing the drone quite far forward, because then they just move backwards, get away from it. You're actually better off putting it about where I'm standing now, because then they move backwards against it, try to get away from the LG, and just get destroyed by the turret at the back. So I think, and then the other advantage of that is if you're below with tri-bolt, like some players do, you can't actually destroy it because it's so deep as well. So maybe that's a bit of a mistake. Certainly where he put it's a mistake. Obviously got destroyed on the teleport, but yeah, that's why I went through on that timing, because you know he's got no rail. So if, okay, the turret's there, but if that turret's not there, you can hardly even hurt me with his LG, because you just move back and then rail him. And Fraser used to always rage about me when I'm going through the teleporter to rail him at mega, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You haven't got that much health. Why are you attacking me? You got no rail, bro. You can't hurt me. You can hurt me like 30 when you push forward with LG, and then I'm out of range. I just rail you twice. And I'm laughing. And once I told him that, he started doing it, and he thought, oh, Cam, that move you're talking about works. And they think you're a noob, like pushing through with rail. What are you doing putting me under pressure here? Well, you don't have the right weapons. So I'm good. Okay, with the drone there, could have turned sour, but obviously it didn't, because you put it in the wrong spot. So I'm not saying that was my skill. I didn't know that, but yeah, put it in a better spot next time, champ. Drop down. Just be careful. You don't want to push in and get damage in this situation, because there's no item up for 10 seconds. So now it's better for me, because I just maintain my strong position on the map. I try and prevent him getting this green armor, or trying to get me off this red armor, and then we'll take him on the next set of items. Don't push in here, get a rocket at your foot, 100, and then he's pushing in to try and get you on the red, because he's a bit stronger than you now. So just be apprehensive here. So you try to cut him off, but then just back away, you see? If you push in down the bottom there, it's just not going to work out for you. And he played it well, just tucked. But he's ready. Don't think he's not ready to spring a quick rocket towards you if you peek in, which he is. No noise is good here. I mean, he roughly knows where I am, but no noise is good. Don't drop here, because he's trying to pin you with LG. You know that, you see? Now he can drop once he shoots that. Alright, now he can jump for it. Because once he's below you here, when he pins you, once you're on this side, when you jump for this, he just pushes you away even if he hits you with good LG. Whereas when he's here and he hits you with a good LG, he might float you and stop you getting the red. It looks like you're jumping into his LG still, but you're really not, because he's just going to push you away. He won't hurt you nearly as much as if it was the other angle. So this is fine. Now can we cut him off for red armor? Let's see what happens. Up for mega, let's see what happens. I remember I pushed this way because I thought he was going to drop straight down. Once he didn't drop down, take your time on this rail and make sure you hit it. No, I missed it. But maybe the timing I took was a little bit long. And it's not something you really think of in the moment. But if I was 2 health extra, I'll be 75, 75, you know, or 75, 73 if you want to be completely accurate. But, you know, that's a lot better than 50, 75 when you charge off towards this mega. So try and dodge his tri-bolt and get straight over there. He can't really attack now. Probably I should have just used me dual wield and dropped straight down on him. See how I waited there a split second in case he was coming through the teleporter? But then after I didn't come to the teleporter, now he's worried about what I'm doing. Am I dropping from the left side? I'm dropping from the right side. Probably should have just used my dual wield before I came down, and then just try and get him. If you get a good pin, you can just kill him outright back towards this area. And if you don't, you can just go through the teleporter anyway. So it's pretty risk-free unless he hits you with a good midi on the way up. But, you know, I've hit that a fair few times. I've never been hit by it that I can remember. Certainly not by a player not named Phrase. So, yeah. if he's good enough to do that, well played, champ. But he's also panicked in the sense that he doesn't really want to look up towards here in case I'm dropping off from the left hand side, just destroying with my lightning gun. So yeah, probably could have used my my dual wield. It's, like I said in the previous video, this can be sometimes difficult to get good damage, especially because he's got LG. So good try bolt, but probably could use rail instead. But we should still be alright here. Remember, I get this and come back this way. The reason I thought he was going to charge through and try and get back up. So given that he didn't, you could consider it a bit of a mistake. He didn't just move towards the red armor instead. But then if he didn't come towards the red armor, I probably would know that and come back up anyway. Then he's up here by the time you're getting red armor. It's hard to get the next mega. Not impossible, but it's hard. So no matter which way you go, it's sort of difficult. And it's all because you didn't get enough damage at this LG over here. Or kill him. Alright. Going for this green's a mistake. Once you realise when you come through here you can't hear him coming up, then that means he's not there. He's going towards the red armor. So you're better off coming to the teleporter, go get some pressure on the red armor. So either he can't get it cheap or he can't get it at all because you pushed him away or hit him early. And maybe you can even get it. Or if he does get it, you destroy him and he can't challenge you on the mega and you get that unopposed. So going for this green with that timing on the red armor, it's a mistake. Now, I did think that he was going to be low. It's coming up the jump pad, so I'd still have time to get up here and attack him. But he already been up the jump pad, already got that green, already come up the jump pad. And now he's on the red armor, he's fine. And now you got to decide, are you coming around the right-hand side to get damage? Probably it's a bit of a mistake here because you're allowing him to quickly get into position towards the shotgun. Whereas if you're sitting above him there and you smash him with your rockets, then he can't do that. So coming all this way around to the right like this is bad. You're giving him a chance to get onto your mega. I got the ability, so I'm still okay, but now if he knew the timing on mega and he just sat on it, it's his, you know what I mean? You might still be able to kill him with a dual wield, but so I wouldn't say I got lucky, but I definitely could have died. If he hit a midi on me, probably would have been mutual, but yeah, it was a bit of a mistake. This is if you're really greedy, you might not have to go for this mega immediately. You just drop down instead and get for a spawn rail towards the red armor. Because then if he's charging towards the rockets, then you stop him immediately. And if he's not, and he's charging towards rail, you just rail him once, and then you can get this. You go to the other green. And he's a bit more limited in what he can and can't do. Especially he won't know that you've got low ammo on your weapons either. So you know what I mean. Now you drop down. It's too late. He's already away. So I don't mind coming this way. Just have a look, see if the rail's gone, and what you're actually checking for is this door open. If this door's open, he's gone that way. If it's not, then you know he's coming up to here, either he's going towards plasma. And okay, you're going to hear him soon anyway, but you just get that information, especially when you know the green to the right is up. So try and get some damage. Again, I'm just going against what I just said. If that door's not open, he's not coming towards the LG. So it's not impossible for him to be coming towards the LG because the door will be open. It'll last like 2 or 3 seconds or whatever it is. So yeah, just that's something you can use in your games. Obviously not something I was thinking about in that moment, but it's certainly something you can use. And going for this green can be a bit risky. The only problem is I think you need the 60 extra 50 armor to try and head him off from this red armor. You have to wear. He's probably going to challenge this. He doesn't. He goes towards plasma instead. What you should do here depends what you know is going on. Considering now, this is where I obviously did get confused, and this is where we're going a bit deeper into the strategy here. But it's just something you guys can think of. We know he didn't go towards the LG, right? So that means he was either towards the plasma, which is where he went, or he was towards the jump pad. Either way, we didn't hear the jump pad. So that means he could be going towards the LG now. If he's going towards the LG now, it's still going to take him a couple of seconds to be able to come back through the teleporter and put pressure on us. We haven't heard anything in the teleporter yet. We know red's coming, so we should go grab this LG ammo because we've got time to do that. As we can see on the map through the wall, he's going forward to his rocket launcher. So probably not too much we can do about that anyway because we needed to get positioned for red in case he was coming from this way. But yeah, we probably had time to get the LG ammo. And in the next fight, you'll see that sort of comes back to haunt me because now we haven't got it. And now we know where he is, but yeah. Nice rocket. Now what you should do on this second one, never shoot it on the same angle because he'll never move close to it again. Shoot it on the left hand side instead. And it's hard because you've got to pull across your body and that. But that'll give you another 50 damage. I can just push up and kill him. Whereas, you know, then I didn't really hurt him. Nice rocket by him, but also a nice rail. I like how he shot one more rocket there, get a bit of extra damage. I thought it was a little bit unlucky to take that because if... Let's have a look. Yeah, because it cost me like fucking 30 health, which is enough so I can't push in with LG now. Or even shotgun or heavy machine gun or whatever. But it looked like I was a fair bit away from it. But anyway, yeah, that's what happened. So this rail kills. I've got no rail, so yeah. I've been unlucky not to get any tri-ball or what, boys? Because those tri-balls should have killed, in my opinion. But good timing on it. See how he forced his way in there quite quickly and aggressively with his rocket launcher? It's good. That's how he got the chance that he got. Now I'm fucked. One thing you guys have here, don't panic, boys. You got every weapon. Don't make it easy. I'm not saying he can't kill you, but just don't make it easy for him. Drop down for the health bubble immediately and then have him be sitting there with rail. Make it hard for him. So listen. No, we're good. We're not good, but you know we can fight here. This is probably the only chance they actually had to kill me right here. On second, I got no rail, so it's a bit hard. But if you want to hold him up, you kind of want to push a little bit further forward so you can get some damage on him before he comes around this corner. Because he had a good chance to kill me here, but he didn't take it. Too late on the rocket. I actually like how he pre-fired the rocket up towards there because you saw me going left. But in that situation, I would actually recommend what you do as Dan is just pre-fire. The aim is fine, but once you see I'm not going there, which you would have saw just before he shot, then you got to move your crosshair quickly towards his left, down towards this sort of angle, and kill me with it, because you don't want to let him get away here. Because once they get away here, like I said on this map, generally speaking, there's an armor or two up for him, and it'll hurt you if you don't frag now. So I like what he tried to do in terms of where he's aiming when he come around the corner, but maybe just adjust your aim last second and don't shoot it, because you can see that I'm not moving there. Obviously, if I am moving there, it's like beautiful. He destroyed me. But in this case, yeah, he sort of let me wriggle my way out of it when he probably shouldn't have. And the reason I didn't defend myself properly is, well, either I should have heard him go through the teleport and just dropped off immediately right now. It's probably what I should have done. Or you have to push a little bit further forward in this moment to get earlier damage on him, make it hard for him to actually push in and attack you. Because if you hit a rocket towards him here, then back off, and he'll end up in this corner after the rocket hits him, you get 150 damage on him and prevent his attack before it even really begins, even though you're only on 75 health. The only way he can sort of kill you is if his rocket is really deep to the right, which from the angle that he's coming towards red, I don't think that's even possible if I'm standing behind here when I shoot the rocket. You know, one here and then the next, he'll be jumping, so it'll knock him up into this back left corner. It's just aim at the back left corner immediately and shoot it. And then if you're really good, once that hits him, then he'll fucking drop into the little corner over here in the ground and just destroy him completely. But that's where I'm saying you guys need to understand the patterns of the rocket launcher and what happens. Now, okay, this situation never even eventuated at all, but it's something you need to be ready for, the geometry of the map where I'm going to shoot my next rocket based off what I already know. So if I was going to defend myself and I was pushed to about here, rocket, 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 and then it'll probably destroy him. But obviously it never happened. I got a bit lucky to live because I shot my rocket quite late. And again, he sort of stayed up top. He's got enough health to sort of take a chance and stay up top. It's not like I can really destroy him. And again, same story as before. Don't just give it away here. I heard him go towards Mega. You can grab this, get back towards the rail. Okay, you could use your dual wield now because you know he's probably going to put pressure on you. And even if he doesn't put pressure on you, you can grab the time shards after. So now's not a time to actually pre-use it. But yeah, because now you heard him. Now you use it. It's a bit late. But yeah, obviously in the moment, it's not something I was thinking about. Now in this situation here, with the red coming not that far away, you kind of want to slow him up and then you can get on the red armor. I didn't sort of do that. I just ran away to red armor. It's just a bit early. So he rocket jumped up, which I like. And then I just backed off. See how it looks kind of newbie, but see how I'm looking back to see what he's doing? Don't be afraid to look back. Don't just run around the map. Just let him shoot you in the back. Just see what he's up to. Maybe you can shoot back or at least understand what he's doing, where he is. Not just listening to him and then letting him shoot you in the back. Let's get away now. Don't go through the teleporter because if your rocket jumps up, you're fucked. Now we can come this way and get the time shards. And, you know, we're 100-100. We're still okay here. I fucked movement, which is bad because then he can come back in. But just be careful he's not coming in. Use your rail. It's fine. Come up the jump pad. What I like to do a lot on this map is come up the jump pad and then go either, well, usually not this way. I was just coming for the time shards. But go towards the LG. Especially if red armor's not that far away. Okay, in this case it's not. So he can afford to wait around the LG or around the teleport exit. But generally speaking, if the red armor is coming, they have to go towards the red armor and cut you off. They have to, because otherwise they're worried you're going to steal the red. So what you can use is use that jump pad as a bit of a sound cue and then just drop immediately and run towards the LG or the green armor below it. Now, Fraser used to always ask me, Cam, how do you get the green armor on this map? Because when I'm playing against you, I notice you're always grabbing it and it's really hurting me in the map because I don't know when or how to get it. And I said, that's how I do it. I grab that green, I got the jump pad, especially if red armor's coming, just got the jump pad and immediately go to the left. They have to cut you off to red armor. They can't afford to let you go to red armor, so then they'll leave it. You can either go to the LG, you can go to the green armor, or whatever you want to do. So that's how I try to do it. So use that to your advantage, out of control on this map, especially when you're playing a character like BJ and you've got your ability, because like we'll see you later in the game, And it is kind of a beautiful moment. I've done this play a lot. 100 with your ability. If you catch them out in the right angle, they're just dead. Let's keep going. Now, I remember going this way, but you just got to be aware Dan's a cerebral player, so I was just bluffing with the sound, knowing that the green armor behind me was up, or about to be up. So, then I'm just bluffing towards the sound, see if I can hit a rail, and then make the same play, only he's 100 health, 90 health less. If he does rail me, which he does because I got snagged, then it doesn't really hurt me that much. Maybe it cost me like 10 armor. And now, again, we can bluff that way and come straight back up. You know what I mean? Now I can get on the map, destroy his turret, grab this armor. I'm 100. You know, now I'm okay. You know what I mean? And he's annoyed because he's got no ability now. He's lost his drone, his turret, and I'm 100, and he hasn't got a kill yet. When you shoot that one, just make sure it's deeper. See how it's not deep enough? Because the fact is, if he's shallow like he is shallow, and you shoot it deeper, it'll still hit him. That's not deep enough. That's not good enough, boys. But see how I adjusted my aim? That's what Dan should have done on that other rocket that I'm talking about. I just didn't adjust it far enough. See when I dropped? And then I was here, ready to, because I thought he was going to be sneaking up this way. And then I adjusted it, but just not far enough. You need to get it further before you click fire. It's really important. And then just pop your duel. Surprise him with it. Actually, this rail here, what you should do is just jiggle. Like, don't be afraid to just add in that one jiggle. Because if I'm 90 health extra and he's 90 health extra, I've still got a better chance to get onto Mega than I do now. That's the thing. Same story we were talking about before, earlier in the map, where if you don't get railed immediately, and you're more than railable when you're walking from here towards Mega and he's got rail out, he can't actually kill you. And then when you pick up Mega, you're still not railable even after that. So going for the shot, yeah, it looks nice and good damage. But if you're going to go for it, jiggle to make him miss first and then go for it. Because it's better neither of you hitting your rails than both hitting your rails for me. So obviously for him, this is good. Now he's got a good chance to kill me. And you got to challenge it, I think. But he does a good dodge, you know what I mean? One thing you could have done from here is just keep moving to the left. See how I switch back to my rocket launcher? That's how he can't hear me. See how I switch from your rocket launcher and move left? That's because so he couldn't hear me. If I just kept moving left, maybe I could get around here, or let's do a quick swing out, or even rail him. I like how he jumped not towards the Mega in case I was here, because he thought I was further back, yeah? So that's why he's jumping here, so you can't actually see him. So I like what he did, but yeah, possibly I either could have railed for him, or I just could have kept moving towards the left with my rocket out. That's what I could come back to in the original video that I did for this whole series, was when I switched off the hit scan weapons. Something you can bring into your game. And if we looked at the previous Ruins of Sarnath, it wasn't something Dan was really doing. It's something me and Fraser, particularly, certainly in Australia, I don't know around the rest of the world, but we've brought that into our game. It's just a habit for you to switch off those weapons so they can't hear where you are. Just something you could notice from this point of view. But I just chose to give this up just because I figured the green armor would be up and get me ability back with the shards and all that sort of stuff. And again, he can't afford to come in here because the red armor's there. Again, that's what I'm saying. This green you can get when they're at red armor. And now we're fine. Alright. Kill his drone. I didn't mean to pick up that green, obviously. I wanted to destroy that and then pick it up. It didn't quite cost me. It cost me 20 armor only. It could have cost me more if he railed me then. I remember he should have stuck with the tribal. I remember he rocket jumped up, which I don't mind his rocket jump up. It's fine. Especially considering I have no rockets. If I've got rockets, it's probably not going to work out because I switch to rockets and shoot him here. I switched to LG and tried to surprise him the fact I was still here. But the fact is he knows he can't hear anything. So it's just bad. And notice the depth that he shoots his next rocket at. It's really important. It's behind me. See how it's way behind me, but it still hits me in the knees. Don't shoot it shallow, boys. Shoot it deep. So good rocket by him. Crap play by me with no rocket. If I had rocket launcher there, obviously he probably can't do that because I'll just shoot a rocket on the timing. But yeah, as played with no rockets, yeah, he's got away with it. Can't go for that green in case he is dropping. I think I was going for these rockets. If he's still there, then too good. Thing is, you got to remember, it's not like at the start of the game. He doesn't know you don't have any ammo. It's not like when at the start of the game he thinks you're going to get rocket launcher, so he wants to stop you. This isn't that case. You have no ammo, so you're not as scared. You know what I mean? Nice jumping around with LG by him. I like how he showed patience, but yeah, he used shotgun, which is a bit odd because I wasn't really weak. I was a bit stronger than what he thought. And one thing you need to understand is when he's been in control, like he has for all the time, this green's always up. So just grab this green and then use that to press back up to the top mid. Now what you're listening for here is he rocket jumping? If you hear a rocket shoot right now, that means drop off to the left. If you can't hear it, coming up here is good because you're actually really safe up here. He can't get any damage on you because he's coming from here or he's coming from lowers. So what you're listening for right now is a rocket jump. Any rocket. Some of the skins can't really hear the rocket jump as well as you can just a rocket, but you're hearing from the shot of a rocket. That's all you're listening for. And you don't hear it, so you just come up the top and then just go the other way, get the green armor. And just be slippery, you know what I mean? Again, waiting for him to go somewhere. And we'll grab this green. Just don't take any chances, just get through here. Nice play by him to come in for a damage, but, you know, sharp rail. And now what, champ? Now you're in trouble. Because he should just back off completely here, but he's hungry for kills. And this is what I keep coming back to tell you guys. It's because I've been like a slippery seal the whole time. He kind of feels like he has to kill you now because, like, he had all these chances and never killed you. So he has to do something, you know what I mean? But guess what? You're in with the Wolves now. And then this spawn rail I've been going for, boys, it's pretty handy. The only thing you need to know about it is if you go for it and you miss it, then they will beat you to the LG because they'll just charge towards rocket launcher and cut you off. That's the only thing you need to understand about it. But in this situation, when you know he's flustered because he's just had control for like 3 minutes and didn't kill you, you know he's going to knock it at delay spawn. He's just going straight for it, bro. Boys, so that's what, just pay attention to that. I'll show you it one more time. So yeah, once I hit this nice rail, he should have backed off. But like I said, sometimes when the opponent you've been playing is like weaseling his way out of these situations, you kind of get a bit frantic to kill them because you know you've had all these chances. You don't want it to go to split control again. But sometimes you have to. It's still 5 minutes, 6 minutes in the game, you know. He's not lost yet, you know what I mean? So I would like to see him just back off now, but instead he tries to kill me and I just kill him. And the thing is, I've got that green next to me anyway, so this is just terrible by him. But yeah. Which the commentators put notice to as well. And you hear the crowd like in the background just saying, oh, because I've never seen that one before. And we'll get to it later in the grand final, but I only found that spawn frag about 2 weeks before this tournament. And it was funny because it was very important for me in the tournament. It got me a lot of kills. He can't really push you just because he has no weapon and, you know, I'm up here. Again, same mistake I've probably made before. Once you get that green, you're what are you? Let's have a look. Yeah, you're 75, 100. Don't go to mega here. You don't need to. If he's charging up and you're moving towards the right, you'll kill him anyway. But then when he comes back the other way, you can just stop him getting the red armor. So don't go for mega here. You don't need to get it. It's bad. I'm not saying it's like horrible. It's not horrible, but it's not good play because if you kill him at the red armor, he can just about type GG. You've still got mega there sitting for you. And even if you don't kill him, you just damage him and take the red armor away from him. He's really got nothing going for him anyway, so you're full stack. But once he gets 100, gets a couple of weapons, it's hard to get him again, you know what I mean? Or is it? I would have dropped here ordinarily because, he has... I'm not sure if he's... Usually should... Let's just check if he picked up the rail. Yeah, he did. But, he's got an LG so he can push in. But obviously with the Timmy there, I thought I'd just be a bit careful. I only picked this up because I was coming here to get the shards. Probably shouldn't pick it up anyway, but yeah, it's fine. Alright. Go quickly if you're coming up here. Again, he doesn't know you don't have rocket launcher. Just make sure he's not around. It's not like at the start of the game when he knows you're going for rocket launcher, so he's setting a trap. He's trying to move around the map. He doesn't expect you to just come to rocket launcher because you don't need it. So don't go through the teleporter here until the right timing. And again, that's why I like BJ on this map, because you just destroy him. I think in that situation you have to go for the green armor before you come for red armor, just because you're a bit weak. But dropping down here is good because you grab the green armor and rail him towards LG. And I should have just pushed in here with LG. I don't know why I didn't. I got scared by the Timmy, but I should have just pushed in with LG. We'll go back and watch that sequence again. So maybe I'll use the... This is what I like to do as BJ. On 250 health here, they can get mega, they can get everything. You will still kill them with the dual wield. And even if you don't, you're going to smash them towards the mega, and then you just drop backwards towards the red armor. And like I said, as BJ, it's not like you can ever... If you get away on 1 health as BJ, you'll get the red armor, you get back to 25 health, and you just drop down further for the health bubble in the far corner there, and you're 5100. He can't attack you no matter what. So that's where BJ's strong on this map as well. So even if you don't actually outright frag in this fight, then you can still get all this damage and fall back to the red armor behind you, and you see it's coming, and you're laughing anyway. But maybe I was a touch late on using the dual wield, but I wanted to wait until he was definitely trappable. That's what I used to tell Frags. Just use your dual wield early here, come to the teleporter when they're at mega, only when they're already at mega. Don't go to the teleporter until he jumps to mega. If he doesn't jump to mega, just stay. I was never going to come through. Unless you hear him fuck off or see him fuck off or whatever. and then just use that and destroy him. You know what I mean? Get psyched. Fucking destroyed. Yeah, like he said, take a look at my reaction in the webcam. There isn't any. Just doing it standard, bro. I've done that play 100 times. Yeah, I should have peeked in harder. That was a mistake. Alright. Get your ability back here is good, just because you want to be ruthless again in the next fight. He won't expect you to have it. But only problem is you do give up a bit of positioning on the red armor. You're never getting to Mega there anyway, so this is fine. But grab the LGMO. Coming up top here is good, but you just got to be careful you're not on the wrong timing. I'm not on the wrong timing. I'm just a touch late, so that he's already here by the time he's coming through. It's not like he's 2-3 meters further back. Then I'm laughing. One thing I did forget here, he doesn't actually have an rail. I forgot. I remember I've forgotten this moment. But probably what's even better, just push forward and just kill him with LG. He's not strong, so. Once you hit that pin, honestly, you can just rocket jump towards red and you'll kill him. I should have. Remember, I actually died here, which is terrible because this is like, I played so well for this whole map. Just don't even give him a chance. Nice. See how he shot his rocket real deep? Nice rocket. But I don't know why I did this, but I looked back for a split second towards the left to see if this green was here. Because I was really surprised when I stood on it, it wasn't there. And it actually allowed him to kill me because I shot a deep rocket when I should have shot a shallow one. And then, yeah, after everything, I've played so beautifully for the whole map. And then I just let some moronic... And it's not moronic what he's doing. He's 5 frags down. He sort of needs to frag me now. He can't win. So what he's doing is fine, but I never should have allowed it to happen to me after I pinned him there. One, I probably should have just rocket jumped up to the red. If you don't want to do that, at least don't take your eyes off him, which is where I went wrong. And just stay standing where I am, because this is a situation where you should be looking. If you're going to be dodging backwards, then dodge to the left, because the rocket's never going to go to your left. It's always going to go to your right, because he's trying to stop you get back around the corner, right? So just either stay still and watch the rocket. Because we can see where his rocket's aimed. You can see here, it's like, and you don't have that long to react. Yes, I understand that. But you can see that rocket's clearly going over my right shoulder. So just move left or stay still. And I run right into it. Terrible. And then I turn to get that. And look, you can see I'm annoyed in the thing. Because I know I've played very well for this whole map. And you've given him half a chance now. And it just never should have happened. So let's see what happens. He's got a chance to win the map now. You know what I mean? I don't mind this, but it's just a bit late though. If you rocket jump up here, I wouldn't hate it, but it's not wrong not to, because Mega's there and that's fine. But yeah, you are leaving a bit late when you sort of play like this, you know what I mean? Especially because Mega's up. Not that I'm ever coming for it, but interesting for him to take that position. I think guess he wanted red armor, meant to rocket jump. Still not coming through though. You can't, just in case he never left at all. You can't really hear red armor. Would actually like to see him drop down there, just get some damage on him before he gets this Mega. Just because, not because the general play is wrong, it's just your 4 frags down, you need to do something. Probably should use your dual wield again here as me, but like earlier, so he can't just push in. Maybe he killed me here, but he never should have. Because he's 100 health, look at his health, right? I've actually got more health than him, and he kills me dropping down. I just fucking, and not even, it wasn't even close either, look at his health. So that was a bit bizarre, but now he can easily win, you know what I mean? And it's a shame, because it is a shame, because I did play a very good 7.5 minutes, and I died probably in a situation where I should have died the least out of all the situations that I've faced. So now he can win. I think this is where he fucks up though. Like Dan, you're 3 frags down, and you heard me pick up the green, and you're sitting on a Mega that's 5 seconds away. You really can't do this when you're trying to make a comeback, because I'm just gonna get away into a strong position, get a couple of weapons, and make it hard for him. And I'm not saying it's wrong when you had if you're like tied or in the lead, this is fine, but he's not. He needs 3 kills in 1.5 minutes, and I'm 100. You can't be going for this item like this. It's bad. It's just giving up too much. And then I'm in a decent position here. Okay, and now it's hard for him to kill me. You know what I mean? And all because he went for a Mega that he really didn't need. So I would have preferred him to see him putting pressure on me instead of going for that Mega. I think that's where he fucked it up. See how the deep rockets are? I like this rocket jump by him. Probably can't afford to. He probably waited a little bit too long to shoot his first one. You have to just shoot it like as you're getting up there. And then, yeah, he's mad at that. But the fact is, like, it was never. I think he just shot this rocket too late. So he waited to see me before he shot it. Sometimes when you try to get rockets around that corner on the left, it's so deep, it's pretty hard to get actually any damage. So what happened to him is not really that rare. And even if he did happen to have a rocket here, it would have been a mutual frag anyway. So you can pretty much type GG now. But yeah, we'll keep going. in this situation, just listen, stand here and listen. Don't panic and run to LG and then get railed or whatever. Just listen to what he's doing, and we'll go the other way. It's fine. Grab this green in a second and then just relax if he doesn't already have it. But, just hide. If we hide for like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, he can't do anything. So, yeah, it's just a good play. Nice rocket. I remember I heard the teleport and then you're just ready for him to drop down after you hear the mega pickup. So that was purely on timing. It's just a beautiful rocket. But don't. It's getting one of those situations. You don't need to wait to see him, because you wait to see him, you'll see what happens in the grand final when you wait to see them. I don't want to spoil it, but you'll see what happens in the grand final when you wait to see him. Don't wait to see him in that situation, because your reactions are going to be so slow that you're going to be past the rocket. It's almost impossible to wait and shoot the rocket when they're traveling at that speed and hit them still, unless you aim very far to the right. But even then, they're probably going to jump over it with the next jump anyway. So just shoot the rocket on your timing, on your feel from when you hear the item pick up. Like I said, imagine where they are in midair. And got on this red armor. That's it. So don't give him a chance, obviously, but you can't really lose from here. So just relax the rest of the game. Just sit here. He's just having a laugh shooting his rockets, isn't it? I think he gets the next kill. Oh no, I kill him off the dual wield, and then he kills me again. And then use your dual wield. So I think he kills me again at the very end, but as you can see, as the commentators are pointing out, you can't see the number because of the screen. Dan's 11 heavies and 12 megas, so 23 major items, and I'm 10 total. So he's got 13 more major items than me. Unfortunately, we can't see how many green armors he had, but he got 13 more major items than me, and he still lost badly. Like, he was hardly ever even in that game. Certainly not on the scoreboard. He didn't get his first kill to 7.5 minutes, and even that was a fortuitous frag. So that's what I'm saying. As BJ, on this map, when you're 100-100 with your ability, if you don't see a better example of why you need to frag them when you've got them, then you'll never understand. Because, how many times was 100-100 and he's run the map with the majors? Yeah, fine. I've got dual wield, I've got 100-100, and I'm attacking you with Eisen. You've got no ability to kill me if I've killed your turret. And then you're destroyed. So 13 more major items. He got more than double the amount of major items that I got in that game. And I won that map easily. So, yeah. I got one more for consolation prize. And then he, as he said, he got the final kill, so he wins. But that's the end of the map. So I think what I'll make the title of this video is how to play, how to collect armors out of control and use your abilities to get the next frag, even when you were, you had fuck all going for you. I think that was the best map I played in the tournament, mainly because, as I said in the interview afterwards, I had fuck all for a long time in the game, but every time I was against it, I still got the next kill. And the reason being is because, well, my champion's just better than Eisen on this map. Like I said, I used to tell Fraze, BJ Eisen, because you know how, I don't have it set on, but you know how when you say something at the start of the game, the characters all say something at the start of the game? Me and Fraze just always love sharing the quotes of the champions and what they say, like their voice lines. I hate it when the little bones get stuck between my teeth, like soy leg. But anyway, as BJ, when he starts the game, he says, do or die, same as always. And I used to say to Fraze, I love it when I hear do or die, the same as always on Vale. Do you know why? And Fraze said, why? I said, because I know I've already won the map. I don't think I've ever, literally ever, that I can think of, maybe once actually, that I can think of. Let me think. No, I lost that map, didn't I? I've lost once to Dan by 1 kill when I was BJ on this map in tournament. I lost to Razy once by 1 kill on this map in tournament. So, as BJ. So, I've hardly ever lost this map in tournament. And when I have lost, it's been to very, very good players by very, very small margins. So, apart from that, Fraze, Dan I've beat at least 4 times or 5 times on tournament as that champion. Actually, no, he beat me in the. Sorry, I forget. I lost my 1 kill as well on the second map of the series that I did in the groups. But I was in a winning position on that map anyway, so it's not like I should have won that map. We're playing for the crowd as we sort of discussed. But so I've lost 3 times actually. But even still, I reckon I beat down at least 5 times in tournament on that champion. I beat Fraser even. I always had a lot of trouble beating Fraser on that champion. I've beaten him at least 3 times in tournament, I think, on that map. So, you know, this is a player who's always had the wood over me in pretty much every matchup. Not every map, but most maps. And even then, he could hardly beat me. And he used to say, "Cam, you're so shit in this map." I said the same thing to Phrase. I never said it to Dan, but I said it to Phrase. Phrase, ban this map against me in tournament because you won't beat me on it. And then he would say, "Nah, fuck you, Cam, you shit," or whatever. But then Stejo, he's a funny guy because he's clever when it comes to the pick bans and cerebral. Even if he thinks he could beat you on it, he knows how much you believe that he can't, and that's sometimes enough just to ban it. Stejo, every time I play in a tournament, he always bans Vale of Pnath because he knows how much I'm comfortable on it. It's not because he thinks he's bad at it, he can't beat me. It's just he knows you're extremely confident. And sometimes that's what you want to do in the pick bans, take away what they're most confident on. Just because, you know, even if it's not actually true that they're the best on the map, although I do believe I'm one of the best players on the map, on this map in the world, let alone just Australia. But yeah, sometimes when you're doing the pick bans, that's what you want to take into consideration. Just don't allow them what they're comfortable on the maps, their favourite map on their favourite champion. Don't give that to them. And I did that to Dan twice in this tournament with his favourite. I don't know if it's necessarily his favourite map, but it's certainly a big favourite of his, Ruins of Sarnath with his visor, and I gave that to him twice. So sometimes you don't want to do that. You know what I mean? So I didn't listen to my own advice, but yeah, it's just something you guys should take into account for your games. So yeah, that's the second video. I actually made this the same day I made the Ruins one. I just thought I'd make a couple of them while I was in the swing of it, and I'll upload this one a couple of days after. So yeah, thanks for that. I'll see you in the next one. So now 2-1, heading into Blood Covenant and Anarchy versus Nyx. So we'll get into the next video soon. And yeah, thanks for that, boys. I'll catch you later.